All right, here's a quick guide on the dragon boss on heroic. So there's a couple of unknowns here. The boss was a bit buggy on beta, so there might be some quick changes that we have to adapt to on Tuesday. Some of the things we have to think about are the bosses have to be 15 yards apart, but on beta that was being calculated from the center of the hitboxes, so you could basically tank them right next to each other. That's likely to change, and they'll have to be further apart. And then another thing is one dragon is mentioned in the journals always being flying, which makes it sound like he's untargetable, but that never happened on beta. So two things that we need to keep an eye out for. In terms of the actual fight mechanics, number one fight mechanic is they always need to be within 15% health of each other. If the two bosses' health ever diverges by 15%, then every single ability they do is 100% damage increase. So we need to watch that carefully. Other than that, the entire fight revolves around each dragon having two major mechanics. So let's talk about the black dragon first, Vaelgor. His first mechanic that we need to be wary of is Dread Breath. So this is a random targeted breath. It'll target anyone in the raid, and it is just a massive cone. You'll see it here. It's targeting the warrior. Massive cone on the warrior. He's going to get feared when he gets hit by this. If anyone in the raid gets hit by this, they get feared for 20 seconds. So he's running it out. He gets feared, and then he gets dispelled. I'm unsure if this is an actual magic dispel or it needs a tremor totem, but either way, let's be ready for that with tremor and a dispel. We want that instant dispelled from the player. That player is going to notice that they have the breath like 3 seconds before the animation even starts because of their private aura. So we want to make sure we have our private aura very large on our screen for this fight, so you know ahead of time that you need to run out with this mechanic. The second mechanic from Vaelgor is Null Beam, which is right here. So he's going to hit the tank with a massive beam. You see it here? This beam causes everyone to get tethered to wherever they are when it goes off. You'll see.
If he gets 10 stacks, why don't you just only have one?
Yeah, but just for safety, yeah, like because it's
here they're all tethered. This tether is unique to each player. The distance you have to travel is the same, but you can't like pre-move it. It's gonna start at the same time for everyone, and everyone has to move the same distance. The only way to make this easier is to take a couple ticks from the null beam. So basically, when he casts null beam, if you don't have a quick movement ability like a leap, a blink, a port, you want to make sure you take a couple ticks of this beam because it makes the suck way less powerful, and you can get out much easier. So that's the two mechanics for the black dragon. The white dragon has two mechanics as well. You saw it there in that clip. One of them is that during the null beam, he's going to spawn a circle. Oh, this is the wrong clip. He's going to spawn a circle on every player that spawns an ad. This fight is going to be insanely strong for DKs, likely running double blood DK on this fight on Mythic just for this one mechanic. Because you have to spread out for these ad spawns, and then we want to get them clumped together. And on Mythic, we're likely going to have a CC rotation because they are constantly casting, but on Heroic, we can just burst them down and throw our CCs at them. The second mechanic that this boss does is called Gloom. This is one of the most important mechanics of the fight because it defines how much play space we have. Basically, the way it works is the white dragon is going to spawn a ball from its breath, and it needs to be soaked by 5 players on Heroic. Soaking this makes when it hits a wall, it spawns a giant area denial space. You can see it right here on the side. The size of this is reduced by the number of people that soak it. So on Heroic, we have 5 people who are going to jump in this and soak it. It's likely just going to be like group 1 soaks the first ball, group 2 soaks the second ball. We'll just throw everyone at it. Puts a dot on you, you're going to take some damage. But we just want to make sure we soak all of the stacks off the ball. You'll see here, it's going to hit. Oh, you don't see it, but it basically hits the wall and spawns this big void zone. The way we're going to handle this mechanic, you can see here, is we're going to kind of tank the white dragon sort of up the arena. And he's not going to be moved. He's just going to sit here, and whoever's tanking the boss at the time is going to aim this gloom to wherever spot we can. It can't overlap with existing gloom. So you'll see here, we're shooting one here, and then the next one, we rotate the boss, shoot it down south. The next one, we rotate the boss, shoot it over here. And that's how we're going to handle that mechanic. The last thing to think about on this fight is the intermission. So when both bosses reach 100 energy, they are going to fly away and start casting raid damage on the group. And the 3 paladins are going to spawn this zone in the center that protects you from a lot of the damage. So we want to be inside this circle that is spawned in the center, and you can see it telegraphed on the floor itself, this blue circle. So you want to be within that blue circle, and it protects you. Actually, it's a little bit bigger than that. But there's going to be ads that we're cleaving down during this. There's going to be circles that you basically want to move out with these to the edge of the safe space while everyone else is clumped in the middle. He's going to spawn some ads that we have to kill, like the same Void Orb ads. I'm not sure if that's Mythic only, but basically it's just group up in the middle, do the same mechanics, but in a tighter space, and try and stay inside the Holy Bubble. That's the whole fight.